Mexico. I'm not joking. I wish I was in Mexico. Imagine. But I'm not in Mexico. I'm in Sydney. And it is Monday morning here. It is 7:40 a.m, which is really 6:40 a.m. in Brisbane time. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Interesting. We've got like cousin it grass in amongst the rocks. Interesting. Nice new house, modern, next to an old kind of Federation house. Love it. Okay, it is raining. My phone is going to get wet. Didn't really think this out very well, did we, Dora? Hey, Wayne, how you going? Hey, Wayne. Hey, Matt. How you going? I didn't really think this out, guys. It is raining. I thought about myself wearing a hat so I wouldn't get rain in my eyes. And look, it is raining. And how are we going to protect our phone in the rain? Didn't exactly think this out, guys. Did I? Am I going to have to go like this? I don't know. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you going? Guys, we're going for a Monday morning walk like we normally do at home in Brisbane, but we're just in a different area. But because Dora is very predictable and, just it's how life is, right? We're going to go to a beach, Cabarita Beach, because in the morning we love to do a jumping for joy, regardless of what's going on, even if it's raining cats and dogs. It's not raining cats and dogs yet, but Dora could be doing a run for it soon. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. So we've got Wayne in the chat, which is Fabric Studio, which is Wayne from the UK. We've got Matt from Cheshire in the UK. And we've got Debbie, Simply Debbie Sue from Virginia in America. And then we have, the Travelling with the Combs. Hi, Dora and friends in the chat. Hope you're really well today. We are really well, thank you. And that is, Travelling with the Combs is Brandon and Ash from Wisconsin. Oh my God, have I got this right? Have I got it right? And we've got Sandra. Oh my gosh. Sandra, where are you from? I actually don't know if I know where you're from. I don't know. Sandra is, I know she's from America. So let me turn around the chat. So look at this, guys. Look at the moss growing on these trees. That's a bit interesting. I reckon they might have put that there. Oh no, there's a few of the random ones over there too. Isn't that interesting? It's not like we're in England where it's cold. Okay, I'm fighting with my headphones here, guys. Let me see if I can put the phone somewhere where I can fight with the headphones with two hands instead of one hand. All right, this is what we're doing, guys. We've got our tripod. Oh, there we go, that's better. So guys, we're in Sydney. We're staying with my sister and we are just about to walk into Cabarita Park. And Cabarita Park has a beach and it's called Cabarita Beach. It is raining this morning, but that doesn't need to slow us down. Now, did Debbie Sue say where she was? Oh, she's California. Sorry, I know where Debbie Sue's from. Sorry. Sandra's from California. I didn't know that, actually. Okay, you're a Californian girl. Are you from California originally, Sandra? Okay, I think I'm getting this in a bigger knot, if that's even possible. And for the people in the chat, they'll go, why don't you get the ones that you put in your ears? You'll never have that issue. Thank you for saying that. I know I won't have that issue. And it sounds very appealing, but I don't want another thing to charge. I'm going to be perfectly honest. When you travel and you have to keep on charging things, it's a fucking pain in the ass, just saying. Sorry about I'm swearing, because it actually is really annoying to charge things. This I just need to unwangle, shove in my ears. And we're ready to go. See? I can hear you. And we're walking. Okay, guys. It is raining, guys. That's why I have a raincoat on. But it's not, it's just slightly splitting. Slightly splitting. We've got the water down there, guys. We're walking into Cabarita Park from a different entrance. And Cabarita is got a lot of newish houses. I mean, maybe they're like 20 odd years here. but they're not old houses. A lot of it is quite new developments here. Susan! And we have Susan. Susan from Victoria in Australia. We have another Australian in the house. Woohoo! Okay, well, hello guys. Nice to see you all here on this kind of what looks like a bit of a gloomy Monday morning. There is a swimming pool here, Cabarita swimming pool. But I need to get back into my routine, guys. Even though I'm on holidays, and probably even more so when I'm on holidays, I really need to keep to some kind of basic routine. I don't have all my little concoctions, you know, my shakers that I shake up and all that kind of stuff. I don't have that because obviously sometimes I travel with that stuff. It's just a lot, guys, I'm going to be honest. And traveling with it is a pain in the ass too. So sometimes, you know, you got to limit the pain in the ass. And keep your life keep it simple, stupid, right? I'm the stupid one, but keep it simple, stupid, so that you have less stress, right? That is what I'm aiming for this year, is less stress. Oh, actually, guys, where I left off the other day, a lot of you guys on my last live, well, actually, the last live was when I was at the rave the other night, but we'll get into that later. But my last video adventure live was, thank you, thanks a lot. We were doing a really fun adventure. We were doing a ferry to a railway bridge, historical railway bridge. John Wilston Bridge at Meadow Bank. It was a really cool heritage bridge. We walked over it, walked back over it, and then we walked to Kissing Point and then to Putney. And then we caught the cable ferry, which is really cool. There's only one left in Sydney Harbour. And while I was doing that live, I went to sit down and have a bit of a relax, right? Because I've been walking a lot and have something to eat. And I realised I couldn't find my battery pack. Do you remember that, guys? I think Debbie Sue was there. And I was like, shit. And like Paul is in the background going, Dora. So guess what, guys? I didn't lose it. I actually did have it at home, fully charged. And it was actually smart of me to do that because it was ready to go for the rave that night. So no regrets. But it meant that in the middle of my live, we were on the ferry and it cut out. But I did say goodbye to you. So I had warned everyone that my battery is going to run out. But that's where we were at. But anyway, if you were interested to know, the battery pack was not lost. The live was not lost. All is well in the world. All right. Let's go to the beach, guys. So, Cabarita Ferry is over here, where I can sometimes catch the ferry. I can go up to Parramatta that way, or we can go down to Circular Quay down that way, down the city. But we're going to go down here. Whoops. Now, run, Forrest, run. Oh no, the ferry's not there, so he's all right. Now, guys, I'm going to pull out Mr. GoPro. So, our norm on a Monday morning, a lot of mornings when we go for a walk down the beach, is to go for a walk, and before we get on before we start our walk, we always like to do a jumping for joy, right? Because we should always be joyful, thankful, grateful, all the time, right? But I like to do it in the morning, and I guess it is my morning, so that's what we're doing. So, let's do that. Now, bear with me while I set up GoPro and I set up you guys. Jump, 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 jump. It is kind of overcast, but it's quite nice, right? It's not raining too much. Not raining too much. Okay, tripod. Keep it, got to keep it the same, right? Let's go here. Okay. All right. Let me unplug these. Chuck them on the beach. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm just setting my little GoPro up. I love this thing. I love this option. Just bear with me. I need to lift the camera up so it actually catches me doing the jump. I just chopped myself off. So get another go. Take 2. Nail. So just leave like that. And we dance. Rain dancing, we're rain dancing, we're rain dancing, we're rain dancing. And that was a rain dance. Because I can. And we have CL Fantasy Waves. Hello, how you going? We are. Welcome to the chat this morning. It is a little bit of a wet morning, but that's okay. Dora likes to do a walk along the beach. And I guess, even though we're on holidays, we get to walk on the beach. And I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. It's not a very long beach, so let's do it anyway. It's got big shells here, right? So guys, we are quite fair up we're probably about 10 k's up the mouth of Sydney Harbour. And look at all the shells. Quite big shells. I need to put a bit of a windscreen wiper on you guys. There you go. So, how is everyone for a Sunday evening for you guys, or Sunday afternoon for a lot of you guys? For Susan, happy Monday, mate. How are you going? You used to collect seashells when I was little. Sigh. The sigh is because you haven't been to the beach for so long, and that's a great memory, right, Susan? Well, I reckon you and Paige will get to the beach again soon. We have an ibis. There's a really nice little area up here under a big fig tree. I wonder if we can get up there. I'm not going to go up here. And look, I don't know the area very well, so I'm not going to walk on rocks that I really don't know. I don't have very grippy shoes on, so I'm not going to risk fate too much. There goes the ferry. That's heading down to Sydney. So we're in Sydney right here, guys, but that's actually going to the city centre. Well, not the centre, but like out to the mouth where you see the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, Sydney Harbour. It'll go to Circular Quay. So a lot of people, going to work are going on that one. All right. Let's keep walking, guys. Because this is supposed to be exercise, Dora, just saying. All right, now, this confuses things. And I've been up here before, but I've got way too many things now, guys. You know what? We're going around, guys. We're just going to go around. I'm carrying a bottle of water, a GoPro, and holding a phone in my hand. I've got no grip to actually get up on the rocks. So health and safety first. Dory is definitely a health and safety kind of person. I don't take too many risks. Some of them are calculated. Like, walking the streets at 2 a.m. in the morning in Paris. But I probably wouldn't be walking the streets at 2 a.m. in Sydney, just saying. Also, it is summer here in Australia. It is snake season. So you do actually have to be a little bit, mindful. It is raining, so, they're not really going to be out in the rain. Snakes like to sun themselves on rocks. That's when you're climbing up on rocks and stuff in summer. You always need to be a little bit mindful because snakes love to lie in the sun. Okay, that was a bit easier, guys, than stressing about going up rocks. This is nice. It's always nice to have... Oh, hey, Nicholas, how you going? We have another Australian in the house. Welcome in, Nicholas, from Melbourne. I think you pretty much know everyone in the chat, Nicholas. But if you don't know who Nicholas is, he's not a creator, guys. He's a friend of the chat, guys. He's a friend of everyone's in the chat, actually. So we've got here, no open fires, place coals in bins provided. Oh, so you can have a fire? Oh, interesting. What's this? Boats by the bay. Breakfast point, pretty in park, shells by the seashore. Shells by the seashore. Okay, so Debbie Sue loves to write. Let's read this out, guys. To me, water and swimming go hand in hand. The feeling of water moving over my head, across my arms and around my body. As I move through the water, it's invigorating. Moving through the water makes my body feel strong. The fluid motion of the movement through the water is meditative. I definitely agree that. I think swimming can be very, very meditative. Some boat oars. There's a lot of boating around this area. Some seashells. I used to come fishing here with my grandpa as a little tracker. Grandma used to sit in the shade and call out, "Don't go too deep, don't go too deep." Oh, that's cute. The sea is beautiful, but dangerous place. Have respect for the ocean and never turn your back on it. That's true. To me, water means tranquility and peacefulness. When I think of the sound of water lapping at the shore, it calms my mind. My sister got married under the pergola here. The jacaranda trees were out in full bloom. The bridesmaids wore lilac and matched the trees. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I don't think I can read all that, guys. That's a bit small for my eyesight. It's beautiful. It's a bit interesting. Hey, look, guys, it's a teacup from above. You got the old boats that would have come to Australia back in the day. Yeah, the English teacup kind of thing. Boats coming in, the waves bringing the boats, I guess. And then we've got a letter. We landed to a cooked breakfast on the opposite shore to then breakfast point. We made signs to them to come over and to... Oh, I can't read that, guys. Oh, it's interesting. Okay, guys, I need to take my jacket off for a second. I'm boiling up. Hi, Em, how you going? Okay, so guys, conveniently enough, we have a table and chair, so we can do our morning exercise in here. Let's take this off. Because raincoats actually feel like I'm making my own, like I'm boiling up under here, put it that way, like my own humidity under here. Oh, freedom! Oh. Okay, I need water behind me, behind you. There's Lavender there. Hey, Lavender, how you going? Lavender, we're still in Sydney. Okay, I just see some water bottles here. I'm not going to drink the water bottles, guys, but I'm just going to use them as my tripod, guys. Oh, perfect. That can be my tripod. That's my water bottle. Looks like someone was eating some nuts or something in here. Or maybe a bird did that, I don't know. So guys, I'm going to do my exercise. It's quite humid down here at the moment. And the rain is actually getting a bit heavier. So this is convenient that we get to exercise in here, guys. Everyone's saying hello to Lavender. How are you, Lavender? All right, guys. Again, I'm not a fitness and health channel. Do not subscribe. Do not subscribe. It's not what you're going to see here. I'm not here to teach you anything about exercise. I'm practicing myself, trying to get into, the rhythm, get better at sit-ups, push-ups kind of thing, push-ups and triceps, trying to build, tighten this up, guys. That's what I need to tighten up, because I lost some weight. That's what I'm trying to do, guys. Because if I just keep on losing weight, which I'm not going to do, that'll just get flabbier and flabbier, and I'll complain. So instead of complaining, we're doing something about it. So if you're going to say, you're still breathing, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm going to do something about it. Like in life, if you're not happy with something, try to change it, right? Stop complaining about it. That's me talking to myself. If you don't like something, change it, right? Stop complaining about it. So let's do it. So, okay, a lot of people will come to the chat and go, oh, you're not doing that right. I know, guys, I'm getting better. Okay, so please, behave. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, let's do this, Dora. Ooh, that's hard. 6, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to do 10 reps, 5 sets. Another fairy just came in. I don't know if that's the back of the ferry. I don't know if it's going, I think it might be going up the river. So that's probably going to Parramatta, guys. Hey, Bill, how you going? It's really high, Bill. I literally just had my raincoat on and I had to rip it off because I felt like there was my whole humidity under my jacket. But this isn't lovely. I mean, this isn't yucky. This is really quite nice. There's a bit of breeze happening, which I'm all happy for. Oh, the sound of the rain is really, really nice, isn't it, Lavender? Who else is a fan of rain on the roofs like this? It's just beautiful. So guys, we're just in kind of like a barbecue shelter. There's quite a few of these little barbecue shelters here. Actually, there's a nice little, oh shit. There's a bit of rubbish around that I just stood on. There's a nice little rotunda over there. That's nice. Another little place over there. I think you can hire that one out there. It's like a community centre. Okay, Bill's got here. My device has malfunctioned today. I'll get a new one in a couple of days. I've been a bit stressed over it quitting. It isn't good. Oh, mate. Bill, can I just say, technology is it's amazing technology. Okay, so that's going down to Sydney Harbour. So I guess because it's peak hour, right? This is 8 o'clock in the morning now. So they're obviously, there's a few of them going to the city. Yeah, technology, I'm fighting technology every day. I just did an update on my phone. I've got an iPhone, and the new update is very, very weird. I went to try to take a thumbnail photo, and it doesn't give me the options to do the different sizes. It was really annoying. It's very annoying. So I get your pain. Oh, triceps. Right. Let's do this. Squats. Chin up, tits up, stomach in. Shh. 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 I don't know why I'm making those noises. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, one set done. Let's go. I have a new subscriber, Christian. Hi, Christian. If you're subscribing. 3 p.m. Sunday here, Bill says. Let's go, Dora. Times 200. Bye-bye. No, thank you, Lavender. I know you're my boot camp master today. No. Okay, 2 sets done. I forgot. I was actually going to try to do a push-up, a proper push-up. But the ground is pretty disgusting. I don't think I'm going to do that here. Could I do it on the table? Oh, fuck it. Let's give it a crack. Okay. We're going to try to do a man's push-up. I don't know, because I'm a woman, so let's see if this works. Oh. Crap. Okay. Even if we can do one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh shit. That wasn't perfect, but we did it. Crap. I can't believe we did that. What? Oh. Be careful. That was all right. I mean, I know I need to get down lower. I know that, okay? I know that. But we're trying. Because every little bit you try harder, you get better, right? So that's my plan. A little bit each day to get better. Three sets. My arms are cactus for that. Woo. 6, 7, 8, 9, Yeah, that was harder. What's the M got to say? What's Miss M say? I do push-ups on the wall because years ago I broke my right arm and I can't do things like I used to. In that makes sense. Yeah. That's how I started doing push-ups, to just get the right to get the arm technique. And it still works, right? Let's do that. Actually, no. We've got to do triceps first, guys. Don't get sidetracked. Oh, shit. My tripod's moving. Don't get sidetracked, Dora. Finish the task. Then you can talk. Oh, it hurts. One. Oh, 10. Crap. Okay, arm sore. Oh. Is that 4 sets, guys? I think it is. There's another ferry here. Another ferry. Yes, swimming is so good for you, right? It's also meditative. What we just read on that poem there about swimming. It's very meditative. It's very gentle on the body too, right? So, Bill, even though it's winter in Iowa at the moment, can you still go, is there an indoor pool that you can go swimming in? If you can get there, obviously, in this kind of weather that you have. Well, that's why I stopped running. So when I was younger, I used to do a lot of running and I played a lot of tennis. And that plays havoc on your knees. So I think the tennis already did its damage to me. But the running, I decided to stop running and do walking instead because it was better on your knees. Okay, that's another one going to Circular Quay, to the city. Okay, it is, I think we've done 4 sets, right? We've done 4. One more go, guys. One more go. Make it a good one, Dora. Make it a good one. Okay, that tripod fell down. Oh, I struggled with that. Doing those men's push-ups really hurt. So that's good. No pain, no gain, right? Okay. Last one. 53. No. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. But we keep on going, guys, right? 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. Look, we've got some little Mickey birds here. Hey, little birdies. And then we've got some ibis in the background. You're age of 5. You can still swim, Bill. You're you're 72, but like you just said, like swimming is low impact on the body. Even walking in the swimming pool. I do a lot of walking in the swimming pools. It's really good for your knees, low impact. And if it's heated, it feels so nice on the body too, right? Okay, 63 squats to represent the 63 people that unfortunately here in Australia decide that they don't want to be here for different reasons. One of them was my friend Esther. So I will always talk about mental health. I think our mental health is so important. And from time to time, people in the chat talk about their mental health. But I'm trying to be a little bit more positive today, guys. I know this is supposed to be a safe place for everyone to have a chat and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I want it to be a place where we can be honest, but we also need to be proactive, right? In the last couple of weeks, I've talked about my mental health being, it's been, there's a few things that have affected it. But at the same time, I've also talked about things that have been proactive for me. Okay, so understanding that, like, if I use my friend as an example, Esther had a lot of trauma from her marriage back in Malaysia, and she didn't get any counselling in Malaysia. In Malaysia, mental health is not recognised. So, yeah, she, I guess, just buried it. And when you bury it, it doesn't, it's still there, right? So she was having nightmares, night tremors, and that was just normal for her. So when she came to Australia, she married an Australian guy, my friend Mark, and the trauma didn't go away. Of course, it's always buried in the subconscious, right? She did try to get some counselling here in Australia, because in Australia there is, mental health is recognised, but there's not a lot of supports out there. Like if you are in a traumatic situation and you try to get a doctor's appointment, sometimes you can't get in. If you wanted to see a psychiatrist or, a social worker or someone, someone professionally about your mental health, you would have to make an appointment. And it could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 3 months down the track, right? I had a friend that her 17-year-old son was going through a really traumatic situation, and she couldn't get a professional to speak to him. She had to deal with it herself, and it was very difficult for her. It was very stressful. She was worried about her son, right? Her son is okay, but, there was no help straight away. It's Lifeline. This is interesting, guys. Lifeline. Hey, Miss Paula, how you going? Lifeline, I talk about a lot about Lifeline here in Australia, because Lifeline is an organisation that has a 24-hour hotline. They are not psychiatrists or anything like that. They are just someone on the other end of the phone that can talk to someone. So I know a lot of people come to, maybe come to my chat to have a chat, because I like to have a chat, right? I guess that's what Lifeline's for, is to have a chat, but on a personal level, like, if you're having, you're not coping with life, that you could pick up the phone and talk to Lifeline. I think it's a beautiful thing that's, it's a not-for-profit here in Australia. The government do put some money in towards it because they recognise it as being a really, really helpful tool for people that need help in an emergency. So Lifeline do a lot of challenges. So the 63 squats a day was 63 squats a day in November. This was done about a couple of years ago. They haven't been doing it for a couple of years now. So I always join those challenges, then I do 63 squats, then I talk about mental health, and I used to raise funds for the cause. So when there is another mental health challenge with Lifeline, I'll do them. Last year I did one for World Suicide Prevention Day, which is, I can't remember, it's the day in September, and I actually do a 9K walk to represent the 9 people per day in Australia that lose their life to this, to mental health. And I actually got Esther's husband to go for a walk with me, and we went for a walk on the beach, and we talked about Esther, and it was nice just to remember my friend, and it's really good for him too, right, to share, I loved Esther, he loved Esther, and to talk about her. Even though she's not here with us, we can still talk about her in a nice way, right, and remember her. Her smile was beautiful. She was absolutely beautiful person. She loved food. I'm a foodie too, so we loved eating food together, and I miss her dearly. So I guess when I do the 63 squats, I always like to just talk about mental health and just bring awareness to it. It's not to bring anyone down, guys. I really don't want to be brought. I don't want to bring the chat down, guys. And I know when I talk about mental health and this kind of chat, a lot of people zone out, and I get that. That's okay. I'm still going to do it though. Okay, it doesn't matter. The use to me doesn't mean anything, but mental health awareness is very, very important. And it's also important for me, because who's to say in the future I might need support, right? In the last couple of weeks, I think a lot of you guys have watched me on lives go, shit, is Dora okay? She's like crying, she's like overwhelmed with life. But, you know, I turned it around, guys, and is it luck? Could be. Circumstantial. Did I have support around me? But, you know, some of that was me being proactive, like, you know, recognizing that I was in a spiral and I wasn't in a good place. So some days I stopped doing lives. There you go, Susan's just put Lifeline's details on there. You can text them, and then there's a 1-800, there's a number that you can call them. So, yeah, 131114. Or you can, so actually there's the phone number. Oh yeah, there's a 1-800, there is a 13 number. I think it's 131114, but that's the mobile number, yeah. So there's many ways to get hold of Lifeline. You can text them, you can do messengers like on chat, and you can call them. So really important that there is some of those lifelines out there. Beyond Blue also have a 24-hour number. Last year you guys saw me do my 30k walk on the beach. That was to support Beyond Blue, which is another mental health organisation. My team, I think individually, I had a goal to raise $600. I raised over $600. I didn't ask you guys for that. That was in my personal life. So yeah, as I said, I'm a big advocate for mental health. And I think that, you know, one of my friends might need that service. One of my nieces, I've got 2 nieces, they might need that service. So I just would hope that those services will be there in the future. So that's why I talk about them. Even though a lot of you guys aren't in Australia, and I get that, but in your own country, I'd love you to, you know, support those kind of services that are out there for people with mental health, because you might not have mental health right now, but you might need one of those services in the future. So guys, it is raining and we should probably start doing something. Like walking back. Because guys, I have an exciting adventure today, guys. Oh, welcome in Miss Paula. Sorry, Miss Paula. Welcome in, Miss Paula. Miss Paul's got here, we need to continue to walk towards breaking down taboos and erasing stigma. Very much. As I said, my friend Esther, who had lost her battle with mental health, she was from Malaysia, and in Malaysia they don't recognise mental health. A lot of Asian countries don't. So, you know, I'm partly Indonesian. If I'd grown up in Indonesia, you know, mental health is not a thing. There's just, you know, deal with it basically. A lot of us in the first world countries, you know, we are trying desperately to make the stigma of mental health not so much of a stigma, so that we're okay to talk about it, right? It's okay not to be okay. Okay. So let me tell you about my adventure today, guys. Oh. Doofus hat. So, guys, I am in Sydney, right? And today I am going to go and do a day what I normally do back in Brisbane. So today, normally on a Monday, I go to work at Lifeline. So Lifeline is the company I just talked about. I volunteer there on a Monday. I actually do it part of my work, and I encourage other people to do it. But I'm encouraging a young adult I work with who has a disability, and we work there. We work on the till, we sort clothes. So because I'm a volunteer, I can volunteer at other Lifeline stores. So I'm going to a Lifeline store around here. So I need to get home and get ready. So let me put my GoPro into my pocket. It's starting to rain a bit heavier, guys, actually. So I don't know if I'm actually going to... Oh, there's Gary. Hey, Gary. Gary, guys, bellhop. Bellthorpe? Hey, bellhop. Bellhop. What's bellhop? Hop, hop, hop. I like hopping, right? So, welcome in, Gary. How you going? What's up? And it's our favourite auntie, Miss G. Okay, guys, let's do this. I want to get some water. There's a machine here, guys, so let's just quickly get some water. Okay, I can't do this without... Oh, here we go. I love these machines so we can get fresh water, right? Very grateful that we have these opportunities to get fresh water. All right, well, let's move. Let's move. Whoops, it's raining. It's raining, man. Hallelujah, great raining, man. Oh my God, Dora, stop singing. I can't sing. I am tone deaf. Do I care? Not really. So we're just walking past the marina down here. We're not going to go into the marina. We did that last week. A couple of days ago, we did that on a live. But yeah, this area is quite, well, you would say it's quite affluent. There's a little bit of money here, guys. I wouldn't be able to afford a house here at all. The houses are a couple of $1 million. They're very, very expensive. There's a marina down there. So if they have a boat like that, you can only imagine what their houses look like. I mean, across over the river here, there's some beautiful big houses. There's big houses, big houses, big houses. So this is a swimming pool, because Bill was talking about swimming before. Anyone a fan of swimming? Because like Bill said, you know, swimming is very low impact, really good for your body. And just walking in it is actually quite good. Wow. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. That's funny. Neither can I. Okay. That's funny. I've never heard that before, and there's 2 people in the chat that said that now. Hilarious. Gary said, I've been paid to stop singing. Funny, funny, funny. So guys, that's my adventure today. I'm going to go do like a sliding doors. Have anyone seen the movie Sliding Doors? So this is the pool. Obey all the signs, no diving. I'll show you the pool in a second. It's $8.40. Sorry, $8.50 to get in. Not exactly cheap, guys. Oh, casual. Oh no, that's casual if you're got a concession card. No, so casual, if I had to pay, I'd have to be $8.50. I'll show you the pool in a second over here. Okay, Susan, so you know the movie Sliding Doors. So Gwyneth Paltrow's in it, right? So basically, it's a story of 2 lives and a lady living the same life, like one person living 2 lives. That's the pool there, guys, and the marina in the background. It's a nice pool. I mean, you're wet anyway in the rain, so why not swim? I actually love swimming in the rain. It's beautiful. Very therapeutic. There's another ferry. As I said, it's kind of peak hour at the moment because it's like, you know, school time. People catch the ferries to school. People catch the ferries to work into the city. So that's have a lot of ferries on. And I actually am going to catch the, you know, the other day when I was on the live, that my live cut out in the middle of the live because my battery went dead on my phone. I was on a cable ferry, which is the only one of its kind in the Sydney Harbour. Oh, this is nice through here, guys. This is very pretty. Very pretty. Oh yeah, this is nice. Wow. Just take in the serenity. So anyway, back to my sliding doors, right? So in the movie, she's living 2 lives. You know, what if I did this, it would go that way. What if I did that one, it would go that way. So I'm kind of doing a spin-off of that and making my own, a different version. My own version, right? Adora's Sliding Doors. So like, you know, if this is Monday morning in my home in Brisbane, I would have went for a walk on the beach. I would have done my jumping for joy, my gratefulness. I would have done my exercises. And then I would have went to work. Even though I'm on holidays, I'm not going to get paid for the work I get done today. I'm still going to simulate it was a work day. So that's why I'm going to go to a Lifeline store today and volunteer my time. on my holiday. And yeah, that is what I'm doing. And that's why I'm filming it on my GoPro. So that way I can still do live in amongst it. Isn't that pretty, guys? That is so pretty. That is so beautiful. That is really, really pretty. I'd love to know, everyone in the chat, if you want to, you don't have to participate if you don't want to, let us know what you're grateful for today. I always do a mental health check-in and say, you know, what number you're at. But I'm going to back it up with, like, put your number if you want to. It's up to you. But for me, I'm a good 7.5, guys. I'm feeling really, really good. And by the end of the day, I reckon I'm going to be in about a 9. Yeah, I haven't had anything to eat yet, so I'm getting that hangry kind of feeling. So that's why I'm a 7.5. But what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful that I have this opportunity, right? I get to live the life I live, and I'm very, very grateful for the life I live. You know, there are things in between that, you know, have been pissing me off and overwhelming me. But you know what? It'll pass, right? Things will pass. And they have passed, some of those things, and has passed because I'm on holidays. But I will go back and I'll be back living in the van next week, or the end of this week, and it'll be okay. Because it has to be okay, right? But you know, if it's not okay, I'll get through it, right? We're stronger than we think, and we just have to sometimes cry. Okay, so this is back where we started from, guys. I'm going to say goodbye. But first of all, before you say goodbye, I'd just love to see what you guys say in the chat, what you're thankful for. I'd love to know what you're thankful for in the chat, or grateful for in the chat. Temporary struggles. That's exactly right. And look, there are people that don't have temporary struggles, right? Like Bill in the chat, he's suffering from type 2 diabetes, and at the moment he might be good, but every couple of days his insulin goes up and down like a yo-yo. That's a real struggle. So I've got nothing to complain about, guys. That's what I'm kind of trying to say, is that, you know, be grateful for what you have, because what you have sometimes is what other people would dream to have, right? So here am I, you know, complaining about living in a van. I mean, I'm not really complaining, right? But at least I actually have a roof over my head. Some people don't even have roofs over their head, right? And here am I complaining about living in a little tight area with Diego. Yeah, you know, put it into perspective. There are people, you know, living rough on the street. Yeah. See you, Miss M. Hey. So Miss Paula's got here, I'm grateful to have my family and my health. Some have neither. Exactly right. Exactly. And, you know, we watched Miss G and with her, you know, with her children, her family, her extended family. And I see in the chat, like her, you know, her nieces and nephews. They're like auntie, you know, they're like her real nieces and nephews. They love Miss G. And, you know, I love the love. It's so beautiful. You are so, I'm glad you said that one, because that's what I see in you. I'm like, wow, isn't that beautiful? Because not everyone has that. Nicholas is happy that the fires didn't get close to Susan. Oh, we are all so happy about that, I tell you. We all prayed and hoped, meditated, visualised all the things. And I know it might be, the weather might have changed a little bit at the moment, but it can easily come back again, right? So summer is not over, unfortunately. So Debbie Sue's got here, I'm grateful for my sister who sent me a message this morning to say she loved me. Oh, Debbie Sue, that's lovely. We're sending you hugs, because I can imagine that was really beautiful. Oh, that's lovely, Debbie Sue. And CL Fantasy Wave says, I've been type 1 diabetes for over 10 years. It's up and down, but not the end of the world. Exactly, what a great attitude to have. So, Fantasy Waves, where are you from? I always like to know where people are from. It's me being nosy, I know. But like, it's always like when I like to introduce people, to the chat. I'm saying, like, here's Susan, High Country Homestead. She's from Victoria, fellow Australian. Have this all down pat, don't I? Just like to know where people are from. Or I am actually nosy too. Oh, good. Okay, guys, so you all met, Fantasy Waves. There is just a new friend I've made just recently. Oh, shit, there was another fire yesterday. Really? Okay, crap. Okay, you're from Florida, Fantasy Waves. And can I ask you your first name? I always like to, I know, see, when people got those kind of, fantasy name obviously is not your name, right? Would you like to share your first name? Like, for example, Bell Loop, that was in the chat before, is Gary. I don't really say Bell Loop. I say, hey, Gary, how you going? Or Pa Brick Studio. I always say Wayne from UK. So I just like to do that. If you want to say, you can. I sign all my art CL. Ah, that's right, you're an art channel. That's right. Talking about art, guys, because I believe you do a bit of watercolour. Is that right, CL? Okay, let's call you CL. I've brought my art book with me and I haven't done any art yet, guys. So today, maybe I will sit somewhere in a park, in the rain, under a hut, and do some painting. That'd be nice. As I said, I'm only going to do maybe 2-3 hours volunteering today and then get myself back here. It's going to take me about an hour to get to work. See how I'm talking? I'm getting to work. Yes, but I do need to go, guys, because I need to get going. The ferry that I'm going to catch, the ferry that is a cable ferry, it finishes at 9:30 in the morning. So I need to pull my finger out and get there. Yeah, anyway, guys, I've got to go. Nice to see everyone. CL, you did the painting of the lighthouse. That is what it was. So guys, go check out. Let's make him a moderator. I think you're a female. I don't know. Are you a female? I think you are. I don't know. I just presume you're CL. Are you a female? Let's go with that. CL. Go check out CL, which is CL Fantasy Waves. They had a really nice lighthouse painting. It was really, really beautiful. Anyway, guys, have an awesome day. I'll catch you through the day somewhere. Who knows? In someone else's live, my live. You know what I do. I pop up lives everywhere. I'm like a pop-up live person. But have an awesome afternoon, guys, or day for Susan and Nicholas. And yeah, I'll see you somewhere out there. Bye, guys. Oh, yes, I'm a lady. I don't know how. Sometimes you just don't presume things, right? I sometimes. They've got a little while ago, guys. There was a person called Sam Lucas in the chat, and he was from Yeppoon, which is just north of where I live. And I just presumed I was talking to an adult. And then he sent me a message saying on one of my videos, going, the first day of high school was awesome. And I'm like, crap, he's only like 14. So you don't presume things on YouTube, and I do all the time. Okay, nice to meet you, CL lady. Hopefully, some in the chat have checked you out, and you guys have checked CL. You've checked out some of these awesome friends of mine, like Susan from High Country Homestead. She's awesome because she's my mate. Simply Debbie Sue, she's awesome too. She's my mate. Miss Gina, she's awesome. She's my mate. Miss Paula does retirement. She's awesome. She's my mate. Bill Myers, he's awesome. He's my mate. Nicholas, well, he's not a creator. Whoever else is in the chat, they're also awesome. They're my mate because they're all my moderators. So they're my mates. So guys, have an awesome day, and sending you love. If you're feeling, not feeling very happy today, I hope you do something that helps your own mental health today and, makes you a little bit more happier, right? Like go hug a tree. That makes me happy. Or have some berries. Guess what I'm doing when I get home? I've got some blackberries. Even though I'm a 7.5 at the moment, I have some blackberries, I'll be an 8. And then I'll go to work and I'll smile and I'll be like a 8.5. And then I'll finish my day and I'll kind of think, wow, I had a really cool sliding doors a day, and I'll probably be a 9. See you guys. Bye.